Hey, it's Marilyn. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've done a sit down video for you, but I'm back and I'm also better. I've taken a little bit of a break, but I've missed you guys and I've missed coming on here and literally just yapping. Today's video, we're gonna talk about how to become that girl. Becoming that girl really requires a lot of self-reflection and also just looking at where you are in your journey. I'd say that's probably the most important part. Essentially, it's very important that you understand yourself, and this requires that you need some alone time. It requires a little bit of isolation and just being comfortable being alone. This includes having some solo dates. Solo dates could be going to the movies by yourself, coffee dates by yourself, just going out to eat on your own. I know it sounds cringe, but you have to get used to and you have to get comfortable doing things alone. If you can't stay by yourself and just be comfortable in your own presence, it's gonna be really hard just sitting down and figuring out what you like and what you don't like, and also just figuring out yourself. It requires that you spend time with you. I also recommend having some hobbies, especially hobbies that also allow you to show your creative side. Hobbies that allow you to be who you are, to literally just show out and show off for yourself. These include hobbies like racquetball, tennis, cooking, hobbies where you can literally just sit and practice and become better at something. These are not necessarily team sport or team hobbies. They don't require a bunch of other people. These are things that you can do pretty much on your own or maybe with somebody else. Of course, there's a lot of other ones that you can choose, but these are just some of the ones that I would recommend, and also some of the ones that I did for myself. I also have staying inside on weekends. Just set out some weekends just for you, okay? Again, this goes hand in hand with the solo dates. Just stay indoors, watch some movies, do things by yourself at home, whether it's cooking, whether it's sewing, listening to podcasts, just whatever it is that you like to do, make sure you're doing that on a consistent basis. This will really help you to level up and become that girl. The second tip I have is finding your signature. When I say finding your signature, this includes your signature scent, your signature look, lashes. You gotta find some lashes that really suit your face. I recently discovered these natural lashes that I get from the beauty supply store. It looks good, it looks natural, it does what it needs to do, and I love it. Find your signature lashes, find your signature nails that suit you. I have these really short, basic French nails. These are actually from BT Art Box from Amazon. I'm gonna link them down so that you can check them out, but essentially these are very natural. It just doesn't do too much. That is actually what fits me the most. A really natural / minimalistic look. This isn't for everybody because you do really have to find out for yourself what fits you. I've also been trying to experiment with colors and just trying to look into my closet and finding things that I like in there, things that I don't like as much. But the most important part is that you're having fun with all of this and really just taking your time to do it. I do actually have a color scheme or like a color block that I want to share with you, and also share my journey to finding my signature style and outfits with you guys in some upcoming videos. Again, also jewelry. You got to figure out what types of jewelry suits you. I've realized that a lot of my look is actually my body. Staying toned is actually the fit for me. I don't need to do too much of necklaces and too much of that stuff, especially if you work on your body and if you do your workouts and you create that collarbone. I feel like that kind of speaks for itself. And once you've gone to the gym and started working out is the fit itself for me. Again, you have to find out what works for you. I'm not huge on jewelry. I like to do like simple bracelets, very simple, very cute, and then just a simple watch, 2 rings max. I don't like the whole stacked rings. Nope, I don't do it. And then also very simple earrings as well. So very easy, very kind of straightforward. Being able to dress for your body shape. Recently I discovered that I have a really long torso. I haven't known this for so long, and it makes sense because that's why jumpsuits just never look good on me. If you know you have a long torso, which basically means just a longer upper body and somewhat shorter legs, even though I'm tall, but my legs just don't appear long. You have to really take your time to find out what fits you and make sure that you are dressing for that body type. It's very, very important. And again, finding out your style. What are things that you like to wear? What are things you don't like to wear? And then I also included hair as well, hairs that fit you. I've noticed like updos like this kind of fit me because it brings my face into frame, puts more attention on my face shape. So if you have more like an oval shape, updos tend to look really good because it just puts your face out there. Hairstyles that cover my face too much usually don't look good, especially when it covers my forehead. Bangs, that does not look good on me. So you need to figure out what looks good on you, and I call this the signature, and that includes scents as well. I do get a lot of compliments on my perfumes. I'm gonna make a separate video just going over my favorite perfumes and my favorite scents as well. All right, the third tip I have is living a slower life. So when I say slower life, what I really mean is taking some time when you wake up in the morning, before you check your phone, before you rush out, pray. Okay, just sit for about 5 minutes, sit with God in silence and pray first. Okay, I think praying, reading my Bible more has helped me to live that slow life. I don't feel as agitated. I don't feel rowdy. I don't feel the need to be loud. I don't feel the need to talk too fast. I think my nervous system really just gets regulated when I sit, calm down, and pray. And that's why I mention this, because this is also part of you leveling up. This is actually very, very important. And of course, with prayer, you have to start from somewhere. Doesn't matter the English, your vocabulary. What matters is your heart posture. I also always suggest using certain Bible verses to pray, because I do think that that helps with the encouragement that we're looking for, and that also kind of helps our spirit to be in tune and in line with our prayers. Another one I also have with living a slower life is fasting from your phone. So just taking some time off from your phone during the day. This could be something that you kind of change every day. Okay, let's say on Tuesdays, you don't use your phone between 1 to 2, and then etc. So kind of make a schedule to not use your phone. We actually have to be intentional with what we are doing in life. Everything we do in life, we have to be intentional. So the same way that you have a schedule for the days that you want to go to the gym and alarm clocks, it's the same way that you need to also have that same level of discipline when you are using your phone. So you have to be intentional with that. And my advice is setting a timer or just blocking out screen time certain hours of the day. You could also do it at nighttime, not to check your phone before you go to bed. And studies have actually found that if you don't look at your phone like a few hours before you go to bed, you sleep a lot better. Another one I have for living a slower life is if you need to get ready an hour earlier to be on time, do that. Okay, you don't want to rush. You don't want to rush your morning routine. You don't want to rush to eat breakfast, rush. Like, living that slow life literally means every aspect of your life is slow. And usually it starts with your morning routine. The morning sets the tone for the rest of the day. So if you're very stressed in the morning, you just had a bad morning, you know, you're running late, traffic, etc., you're not going to be as happy when you go to work or school or whatever else it is that you're going to. And people can actually tell. When people look at you, they can tell by your mood that you're not having a great day. And a lot of times you're going to pour out your mood on somebody else and ruin their day, and you don't want to have to do that. Fourth I have is setting boundaries. Setting boundaries is very important because it prevents resentment, it protects your peace, it also protects you overall. You don't have to be everywhere all the time. You really want to make sure that you are selective with your time. If you're not invited to go somewhere, don't go. Okay, so it's very important that you set those boundaries with yourself. Because a lot of times we talk about setting boundaries with other people, but we don't talk about the boundaries we need to set with ourselves. And we need that same level of intention and discipline when it comes to ourselves. The way that you treat others sometimes is a reflection of how you feel about yourself and how you treat yourself. So people can actually tell if you care about yourself based on the way that you relate and react, etc., with other people. The fifth one I have is developing a prayer life, which kind of goes hand in hand with the slow morning, you know, praying first, etc. But the reason why I wanted to put that as a separate one by itself is because praying creates discipline, also gives you peace, and also makes you overall calm. The reason why it does this is because a lot of times when you're praying, you're waiting for God to speak to you. You're kind of waiting, anticipating for something. You don't know what he's going to tell you. And in that anticipation and in that wait, that's where you build your faith, you build perseverance, you build resilience, you build that quiet calmness, because you can't yell at God because he's going to answer you in his time. Isaiah 60:22. I think it says, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Regardless of what you want to do, it is all going to work out in God's timing. So whenever God decides the time is right, that's when it's going to happen. Very important to have a prayer life, and that really should be number one here, but very important overall to becoming that girl. Becoming that girl really in its essence means that you have figured out yourself to the core. You know your ins and outs. You know what you like, you know what you don't like, you know what you look good in. Like, you know yourself to the point that you have created a signature, a uniqueness about you. Like, when other people see you, they can tell just by the way you smell, yeah, that's Marilyn. You know, I have friends that they know when I've been in a room because they can smell my perfume scent. Like, I've created a signature scent that other people recognize. So when they smell it, they're like, oh, that's Marilyn. She was here. And I think that's what you want, but in every area of your life. You want to behave and just be in a way that people can see you, people can see the light in you, and people can see the God in you, which is the most important thing about all of this. So I really thank every single one of you guys for watching and listening to my video. Again, it's been a while since I've been here yapping, but I really just love to talk. I love coming on here and talking to you. So I hope that you like this video, and of course, as always, I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.